Well, hey guys, welcome to week 2 of our series, Define, where we're talking about identity. Probably one of the most important things we could talk about for students of your season of life and your age. But last week, Logan talked about our identity being found in Jesus. And with identity, like I said, it's incredibly important because if we can't answer the question, who am I? We'll never be able to answer the question, what am I on this earth for? And when crazy things in life happen to us, because of our decisions, we may find ourselves, if we don't know who we are, asking ourselves, how in the world did I get here? And when difficult things happen in life, if we don't know who we are, there's a good chance that we're gonna feel like we're crumbling. I mean, man, look at what happened to Tiger Woods this last week. We talk about a horrible accident that no one saw coming. Man, I'm praying for his recovery, his full recovery. But the last time I checked, doctors are unsure if he'll walk. They're unsure if he'll ever play professional golf again. As I pray he gets better, man, I am praying between you and me that his identity is found in something much greater than what he's accomplished or the sport of golf. You see, our identity cannot be in things like people or things like sports or things that we're into, because those things can change. Our identity, like Logan said last week, has got to be found in Jesus. And so over the next couple weeks, we're going to talk specifically to guys and girls and how this affects our lives. Because God is calling you as a man and calling you as a woman for incredible things. And we need to dive into that. But for you guys, I'm going to pick on you first. I say that jokingly. But I want to chat with you today. But girls, hang with me, because everything we talk about has a direct impact on your life, and you'll see why. So men, who is God calling you? What does it look like to be a man? Our culture and our faith are going like this. They're wrestling because culture does not give us a clear answer on what it looks like to be a man. I think culture makes it incredibly unclear. We ask more questions because of culture. Do you become a man when you get your driver's license? Do you become a man when you get into your first fight or you win your first fight? When you go on your first date? When you have your first drink of alcohol? Or engage in sex for the first time? What makes you a man? Culture is unclear. But like Logan said, if our identity is found in Jesus, we have to go to Scripture. It's the manual, the playbook for our lives, and it gives us a better way to do life. And I'm not going to act like I've got this all figured out. I'd be the first to tell you I don't, but there are some things I'm learning from Scripture, specifically from the book of 1 John. It's a book that tells us how to stand in our faith and how to treat other people. And smack dab in the middle of that book, it says, "Young men, I write to you because you are strong. The word of the Lord abides in you, it lives in you, and you have overcome the evil one." So guys, who I believe God is calling you to be, first of all, He wants you to know that you are strong. And you might not feel like you're physically strong. I'm in that boat with you. But we are strong. God has designed us and created us to be strong. And our goal is to not hold that strength over the weak, but to look out for the weak. And I'm not saying, the girls in this room or the people in your life, whether it be your friends or family, are weaker than you. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying because you're strong, you need to look out for others who need you. The first thing he says is that you're strong. The second thing he says is the word of the Lord lives in you. God gave a piece of Himself and put it inside of your heart. And the way you activate that is by digging into the word daily. What does that look like for you? It doesn't have to be this hour-long meditation. If you do that, that's awesome. It could be 5 minutes in the YouVersion Bible app. Whatever that looks like for you, the way we activate it, it's like this. Last week it snowed a ton. And going out to your car, to your mailbox was difficult because it was snowed 8 inches. And after the first day, getting your shins covered in snow, you realize I'm gonna walk where the prints are already laid so that I don't get snow on my feet. And it's the same thing with our spiritual lives. God has walked before us and He wants us to walk in the prints of where He's already been. And we do that through Scripture. And the last thing, it says you've overcome the evil one. Guys, there is a battle that we've got to fight. And I don't mean just walk around school fighting everyone. That's not what I'm talking about. There's a spiritual battle. And things around us are fighting for our identity. And you have to be a man that says, I'm not about sports. I'm not about girls or relationships. I'm about my identity being found in God. And then everything else, sports and girls and friends, all of those things will fall into place. Men, know that you're strong. Know that the word of God lives in you, and that there is a battle to fight, and you have overcome the evil one. Now, girls, this is why this matters. One day, you're going to go looking for a man. And if you go into looking for a man and you have these 3 questions in the back of your mind, it will save you from a lot of heartbreak. If you ask yourself, I know this guy's strong, but will he look out for me? Is this man taking steps in his faith? Is this guy in Scripture? Is he living a better life because of Scripture? And is he aware that there's a battle to fight? Or is his identity changing with the things around him? If the answer is no to 2 or 3 of those, start running. Believe me, and keep on running, because he ain't the guy for you. In all seriousness, God calls us as men and as women for more. And culture can't define that for us. God defined us by sending his son. So maybe as a guy, you're looking at 3 of those steps and you're thinking, man, I need to figure out what it looks like to be strong. I need to figure out what it looks like to get in the Word. I need to figure out what it looks like to step into the fight. That's awesome. Maybe for you, you need to take a step out in faith and give your life to Jesus. We're going to celebrate that on March 14th at All In. If that's you, don't leave here today without having a conversation with your life group leader. Guys, we're going to send you to groups. We'll see you soon.